the meantime, I'm trying to connect to the Randomizer chat, so I can interact with everyone. So we are off. And the first level is a very interesting and easy one. You just run right, and the exit is not even at the end of the level, it's right in the middle. If you don't know that, catch your bunny ears there and try to fly over the level you are in for an interesting surprise, because the exit is not there at the end. And both of our players are going to tree zone the normal route. You're used to that direction, going clockwise is the preferred method to approach this randomizer. So because that first level was so easy, so trivial, both players are head to head still. They are probably trying to not lose their bunny ears here, because you can always encounter levels that require you bunny ears to even progress in the level, or more importantly, sometimes to reach certain exits. I guess it's the same importance there. There are certain levels where you need a power-up either to take damage, or specifically the bunny ears to progress. Oh, the time wasn't running. We will fix that. Specifically the bunny ears, so they can reach a certain exit. Was not the case in that level, but this level is exactly one of those. There's 2 exits, and only one exit leads to progression in the zone. So the players will have to guess which one is the right exit, and for one of the exits, bunny ears are at least helpful. There is an enemy in the vicinity of the exit which can be used or abused to reach that exit, but that usually requires a pretty tight jump. And depending on which enemy it is, it might not even be possible. So them having the bunny ears here probably will point them towards that exit, just because they have them and they can try. We see BeastFrisian here, choosing exactly that exit. Slash doing so as well. And of course it's the wrong one. So you see both players probably... see what... Slash is playing the level. No, he's not. You can quit out of the game by, or soft reset by pressing all the face buttons. And that pretty much just resets your progress in the current level. For secret levels, that means you get thrown out of the level. Because if you die in a secret level, which is pretty much the same, just with losing a life, you then have to go back to the last level. That's exactly what happens here. So they quit out and they are immediately pushed back to the original level, for which they know the right exit now. The inconvenience about soft resetting, as you could see, is that you also lose your power-up. You always start as Small Mario after soft resetting. So sometimes it can be beneficial to just play the level in order to keep your power-up. But that's a decision you just have to make on the fly. So in Tree Zone you have a choice, either to choose the left or the right exit. Beast chose right there. Let's see if it's the right decision. It's not a hard level, so I guess it's not the worst decision. Pretty straightforward. There are a lot of turtles or Koopas or whatever you want to call them in this level. Slash also going right, so we will not get to know what's on the left side. That choice would have been better. Slash grabbing a carrot, that can be important in the next level. If Beast doesn't find anything good here, and that's just the money bag. So while Beast is ahead, Slash might have the advantage of the right power-up. He's taking a death. That can always happen. Like, what he's in now is the pumpkin boss level. And that's a level that when you're playing the normal speedrun, the normal game, you can just run through everything because everything will just miss you. That is not the case if the enemies are randomized, obviously. So they are exactly in sync right now, that's pretty amazing. They're even doing the same jumps, look at that! What is going on? That's synchronization. Beast pulling just one Mario length ahead. And we are presented with the three little piggies, the Mario Zone boss, which Beast has to be very careful with as small Mario. Their hitboxes can be somewhat confusing sometimes. They are consistent, but you have to know what you're doing. But he's doing a good job. Slash on the left side as well, with some more safety, with his pretty much 2 lives. Having the carrot power-up, he can get hit twice. Ah, we can see the timer now. Both players having no issue with the piggies. Pretty much entering this coin transition at the same time they also entered the boss fights. So both players done with the tree zone. This is another Pumpkin Zone level. Pumpkin Zone 2. It's another level with 2 exits. They have to choose the right exit to even be able to reach the next zone, the space zone. If they choose the wrong exit here, they are spit out next to the macro zone and have to go back to space zone later. So let's see which exit they choose. For one of them you need at least 1 power-up. Either the Fire Flower works or just Super Mario, because they need to perform spin jumps to break blocks that block a pipe here, which leads to the secret exit. So in this tight passage here, they have to make sure to not get hit too early. Taking hit later is intended. Oh, Slash is gonna have trouble here. He has to trigger that enemy and then swim back to safety. He has to take the other exit. Which might be to his advantage, because as we can see on Beast's side, the secret exit was the wrong exit to reach Space Zone. Beast is going right back. So if Slash now chooses to reach the normal exit first, he is not... He's actually ahead. Excuse me. We've seen this, gives me a short break to tell you what is even randomized in this. A lot of things, actually. The level order is randomized, as you could already see. Power-ups inside of the levels are randomized. Bosses are randomized. Like they are in their usual positions, but they are randomized within a pool of bosses that are in the same level normally as well. Music of the levels is randomized, and certain platforms can be randomized. Some levels have platforms like these. You can see on the left, you know what a platform is. In some levels they are randomized because they are moving left, right, up, down. They can be randomized amongst each other. They don't really affect the progress in the level. Obviously, you can see on Slash's left side, those platforms need to stay, so platform randomization is not a thing in this level. What else is there? Boss levels are randomized with each other. Pretty much there are 3 pools of levels. Levels with 1 exit, levels with 2 exits, and boss levels. In each of those pools, levels can be randomized amongst each other. In the meantime, we see another secret exit here. on Slash's side. So he needs that Fire Flower to break those blocks there. Since he found the Fire Flower in the level, he is obviously going for this exit first. And it's the right one. Beast following suit. Only like 5 seconds behind. Why are coins randomized? Coins are not necessarily randomized. What you see on the display is you get the coin for the boss you just fought, but effectively the game still counts it as the zone coin that you just completed. So that one is just a bit confusing on the game display. That's just how the game handles it. It will actually, when they would visit the castle now and look at what coins they have, both would see that they have the tree zone completed. It's a quirk that maybe at some point can be fixed, but it's not of that much importance right now. So both players got through the level pretty easily, and with the right power-up, facing the octopus, you can see how easy that fight is. Usually in this game, it's not about boss fights being hard. It's getting the right power up into the boss fight, and then profiting from that. So both players collecting the Space Zone coin at the same time. You saw it again. Saw exactly what happened. So, we are on a moon level now. Interesting thing about moon physics, which can also be randomized. Physics of a game, excuse me. Physics of a game or of a level can be randomized as well. They can be normal gravity, they can be moon physics, as you can see right now, or they can be space physics, like in the normal game only available in the space boss level. Which would let you fly indefinitely. The moon physics they are in right now have a jump height cap. So they float, but they have to come down at some point again. Mauser, exactly. The coins of the zone will show up there. So the two players choosing should pay more attention to the game and not the chat. Choosing different exits, I guess, because they are in different levels right now. So I didn't catch who took the short exit, but I will see on Slash's side right now. I guess Beast took the right exit. Slash has to go the long way around. He has to play one more level. The first one of which was very short, though. And seeing that Beast has to wait here, Slash is not that far behind, even though he... Oh, and Beast taking a death. Well, that evens things out. Probably putting Slash ahead even, depending on how he finishes this level. Yeah, taking a death that late in a level, as Beast just did, is very unfortunate. Not sure if he didn't take the checkpoint bell. He did soft reset, that would reset the bell, so maybe that was a mistake on his end. Finding a power-up down here. Carrot can be very helpful there, because those spikes in the end, you flying over them is convenient. No worries, OPT lawyer. Nobody nobody really understands the game. Not even Slash. So, we see Beast making it to the exit, while Slash is already in the boss level, which is the Turtle Zone boss level. It's a tricky one. He's lucky to find a power-up right there. Beast following just behind him. This level has lots of spikes and spiky gates and enemies that cannot be killed, like those bony fish. So you really want your power-ups to, if necessary, just abuse your iframes through those enemies. The boss fight in this level is the Witch, interestingly enough. It's the one boss in the game that cannot, or it can be damaged with fireballs, but doing so would make the fight twice as long as normal, because you need 6 shots compared to 3 jumps, and she would disappear after each hit. So you're looking optimally at a 6th round with fireballs, and a 3 round with jumps on the head. So Slash collected his Macro Zone coin already, while Beast is still fighting the Witch. You see, he has the Fire Flower, he will not shoot the Witch. Patterns are completely random. Whether you get a left or a right pattern, well, it's not completely random. There seems to be some mechanic favoring a left-right-left pattern, but there's no way to figure out where she will appear. Yet, we haven't found one. Interestingly enough, in the position of Pumpkin Zone 1, we find the Pumpkin Zone 1 level. Is this even randomized? Slash has already made good progress. He has a power-up on the final stretch of the level. And Beast... the situation Beast is in right now. You see, those enemies, those vampires, are not supposed to be there. And they're not supposed to be that many in the level, because they spawn bats. So more sprites on screen, and if you are familiar with Game Boy games, that creates a lot of lag. Meanwhile, Slash has moved on to the most treacherous level in the game. I think it's safe to say that. It's a Turtle Zone 2, the submarine. It's a level with 2 exits. One very, quickly to reach exit. However, to do that, you have to go through a very tight gauntlet. Very tight passage with a lot of enemies. You have to go in either with Small Mario, as Slash is doing right now, or having a carrot, employing a trick where you can infinitely jump while ducked with the carrot. Excuse me. Not used to talking so much. So you can see why that gauntlet is so treacherous. Slash getting in a tight spot there. The bullet bill respawning, and that just killed him. Let's see how Beast handles it. No, that was a bit too brave there. He wanted to avoid the bullet bill turning around and shooting after him, so he tried to go diagonally through that gap. And unfortunately hit the enemy. Thank you, Alec-Man. The music, yeah, exactly. This is the Star Song. As you could have seen at this year's AGDQ, beautifully performed by Ice Plug during Slash's run. So Slash on the left was our representation at AGDQ this year. And he reaches the exit. Let's see if it's the right one. It's not, of course. So all this work for nothing. You can see Beast employing an interesting mechanic there. If you stop within one tile of the bullet bill when it just respawns, it will not shoot. knowing that can be very important sometimes. Yeah, Beast also finding out that he chose the wrong exit. And it's not necessarily easier to reach the normal exit of the level. What it is it takes a lot longer. Because this level is kind of like a maze. It zigzags around, layout-wise. And there are not that many enemies in a tight space in the rest of the level, but they can be in inconvenient places. Especially when you don't have a power-up, like that shark right there that Slash is encountering. Those sharks. Some spots are still tight, so you have to know how to... Oh, Slash is skipping... Possible power-up? Did he check that before? I don't remember. Oh, it's a 1-up, we can see on Beast's side. Damn, he's traversing these stars here, as you can see both players do, is tricky. You can actually stand on both sides of that urchin. Will not hit you if you stand between it and the wall. But you have to just make it over it initially. So from where they are now, there are like 3 more enemies coming up. Usually not that difficult to deal with. And I expect both players to make it to the exit safely here. They've been playing the game, they should not get hit here. And they don't. It looked like Slash was going for the bell to maybe... Nah, they just chose to jump over the watery section. Which is faster than just swimming. So the interesting, let's say interesting thing about the Pumpkin Zone is that it's the only zone featuring 2 levels with secret exits. Right after each other. Which can be very annoying when you choose wrong both times. They already chose wrong the first time, so let's see their luck here. I think this is the last aspect of randomization I have not mentioned yet. The auto-scrolling property can be randomized, which you can see right here. So there's nothing much to say here in this level. You can get hit, you can get sniped out of your bubble at the top. Of course, this being an auto-scroller, you have time to react. You need either the bubble or the bunny ears to reach the secret exit of this level. Which in the normal game would bring you... Oh, they are taking different routes here. Let's see what happens here. Slash choosing wrong. And Beast is ahead by a lot now. Because Slash has to replay that whole slow level. That puts Beast in a big lead. Very unfortunate for Slash. There's just no good strategy to choose there, especially with the properties this particular level in this randomizer has here. So it all comes down to luck there. So you can guess how Slash is feeling right now, having chosen both wrong exits. Pumpkin Zone is not the most fun zone in the randomizer. On the other hand, if you choose right 2 times, you are feeling very nice. I can tell you that. So we can see on Beast's side we have another auto-scroller in the Pumpkin Zone boss level, which is the Tree Zone boss level. Which, I guess, makes it a bit easier. If it's not an auto-scroller, you're often tempted to like, employ speedrun strats, which then can get the better of you and lead to mistakes. And the boss is not even randomized. Usually you would want to have the Fire Flower for this boss, but you can see Beast making quick work of the boss, even though he cannot shoot it. So that grants him his 4th coin. You can see he's getting the coin for the boss he just fought, the Tree Zone boss. But the game will count it as the Pumpkin Zone coin later on. No reason to Beast to stray from the normal clockwise route there. While Slash is taking a death, that's unlucky. More flying on Beast's side. People always say that the bunny ears or the carrot power-up is too overpowered in this game. Which is interesting because in the actual speedrun you don't even abuse it that much. Obviously for safety reasons, if you don't have to be as fast as possible in a randomizer setting, it's, well, more of an advantage. It's one of the biggest safeties you have. You want to hold onto your bunny ears once you have them. And since Slash has collected his right now, and if he manages to not get hit anywhere, he... Oh! Well, that was something interesting on Beast's side there. He wanted to be extra smart and grabbed the star very late, so he would have the... he would be invincible for the longest possible time in the level. Well, he miscalculated and got crushed by the catching up screen. That can happen if you get too cocky, if you want to try too much. But he's still way ahead of Slash at least. No Beast, there is no power up there. In fact, there should have been a power up there. Oh no, no, no. Now I got confused. That's later in the level. Maybe that's exactly what he thought. The level going so slowly throws you off. Throws me off. Certainly. So both players in Mario Zone now. Slash will not have any trouble with the level he's on right now, but let's see how he handles the next one. So this being an auto-scroller gives me some more time to talk about the Randomizer SML2 leak, the format that we are seeing right now. This is our first try at something like this. The Randomizer version 2.0 has just come out, and we had planned, or mainly Slash had planned and tried to organize a tournament of this for a while. And this was a good occasion to finally do so. So we have 8 entrants right now in the first season of this league. And it's gonna be the format is a Swiss format, which is kind of a preliminary format, so there will not be a real victor yet in this league format. but the outcome of the first 3 races will be used for seeding later seasons, and then eventually, in the end, we want to do a tournament based on that seeding. So this is round 1. There will be 2 more rounds. The randomizer has 2 difficulty settings, so to speak. This is the quote-unquote easy setting, which will be used in the first 2 rounds. And for the 3rd round we will use the hard mode, called Beast Mode. Named after BeastFrisian on the right side of the screen. So meanwhile, we can see Slash being on the auto-scroller. Beast has made it through and through the next level, and he is facing the next boss level, which is another auto-scroller. This is not the fastest seed I've ever seen. You know this level from the space zone. It's the normal space zone. Apparently, we have moon physics here, which is the trickiest condition this level can be in. Auto-scroller and moon physics. Well, I guess, no, that's not even true. All of the versions of this level that are not vanilla are kind of tricky. So the thing here is, there are sections that you could normally just float through, but... Ooh, Beast taking damage there. It was not planned. But obviously, if the jump height is capped, you cannot infinitely fly around, so you have to take damage sometimes. The spot Beast just took damage at can be passed without taking damage. So that's what he tried. This being an auto-scroller, though, lets him skip this portion here. He can just let himself be pushed through that small gap under the star. So he will be fine. There's one more place in the level that he needs to take damage at. And he will reach the boss. If he doesn't mess up, he will reach the boss with at least Small Mario. Yeah, Mauser, you learn something new every time in randomizers. In fact, you learn a lot about the actual game. It's a nice thing. By just getting into situations that you otherwise would not get into. So you took where Beast had to take damage. Meanwhile, Slash, showing off an interesting game mechanic. The game pushes you out of 1 tile high gaps automatically, so you don't get stuck. Oh, Beast is going for the quick kill here with Fire Flower, I guess? Nope. Yes. And he messes up. It's very strange how Tatanga, this boss, acts when you're not employing the normal strats. Sometimes his iframes are just not intuitive. But he makes reasonably quick work of the boss, and collects his Mario Zone coin. Meanwhile, Slash is going through this auto-scroll. Let's see how he handles that one tall pillar of stars, if he can manage to not take damage there. Because he's lacking 1 power-up. So he... that's the pillar. He's a bit late there, and he, he missed the setup. He might not even be familiar with how exactly to do it. You very much have like three pixels to each side of the star on the block, and landing there, like exactly landing there, can be tricky sometimes. Not the hardest thing in the world, but still not trivial. And we see Beast on yet another auto-scroller. This seed is auto-scroller. Auto-scroller hell. I was about to say heaven, but no. We don't want to see them, ever. Okay, Slash collects luckily for him, that power-up was not an actual Fire Flower like we saw on Beast's side earlier, because he already had a power-up. It being a mushroom meant that the mushroom could come down to him, while the Fire Flower would have stayed up, out of reach. Beast being in Turtle Zone 2, the last level with a secret exit. And he wants to hold on to his bunny ears here, because this is another one of those levels, or actually the prime example for a level where you need the bunny ears to reach the secret exit. You will see in a second, because he's definitely gonna choose to go there first. You have to fly over this pretty large portion here. There's no other way with normal physics than with a Fire Flower to reach this exit. Choose is right. So, Beast on his last boss level. This is not a tricky level. While Slash is finishing up the boss, collecting his 5th coin, not too far behind. It's still a race. Everything can happen in at least the castle. But given Beast's experience, it's gonna be hard for Slash to catch up here. No? See, even the dominator of this randomizer can mess up sometimes. So I'm taking damage, but getting lucky. Another power-up right away. Meanwhile, Slash took a death there. Taking deaths on auto-scrollers. You get really upset with yourself if you do that. The level is slow already, and then taking a death is just really annoying. And Beast just made very quick work of that boss. It doesn't really matter which power-up you have for the boss, there is strategy that is pretty much always a quick kill under normal physics. So, that means only one level left for Beast, and I'm gonna go ahead. If it's a level with normal physics, Beast has this. If it's moon physics, then we might see... Well, I guess both players have some trouble with it. It's normal physics. Beast has the bunny ears. I expect him to just finish this safely. But you never know. Taking no damage through the first room, while Slash made it through the auto-scroller. Looking for his carrot now. Which he doesn't know yet that he needs, but there it is, conveniently. Beast almost messing up that time. You can spawn that second platform earlier. Which he did, but he almost spawned it too early. Yeah. Safe traveling for Beast. Still having those bunny ears. He will not have any trouble at least reaching the boss section of this level, where Wario awaits. Slash taking the right exit. That's good for him. Beast taking damage there is intentional, because with Bunny Mario you cannot perform spin jumps. Didn't even pay attention. Beast had the right kill count. At 100 kills, a Starman drops from the middle of the screen, which he used there to kill the faces quickly. Unfortunately, Slash is taking a death in those spikes. He's finishing off Wario 1 quickly. He enters Wario phase at a 0 on the timer at the end, which means Wario 2 here will drop immediately, which allows Beast to do a standardized setup, as you can see right here. That's what you want to do for the Wario fight. One more Wario phase for Beast. You can also do a standardized setup here, which he does. You can see it right here, and he's done. So BeastFrisian winning this first match of his in this league with a official race time on SRL of 36:12. Meanwhile, Slash is fighting the last boss, making quick work of the red and collecting his last coin. He also still has his bunny ears, if I saw correctly, so I hope he will not have too much trouble with the castle. And GG to Beast. Let's see if we can get him for a quick interview. Yeah, Slash is taking some damage there. Be careful. Be very careful. Hey Beast, congrats
Hello.
on your win.
Thanks.
So, how did you like this seed? Wasn't the fastest one?
Yeah, there were quite a few auto-scrollers.
Yeah, some. I think I counted at least more than one.
Wow, your counting skills are pretty good. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think the hippo level as auto-scroller was the worst. Maybe it just feels
Yeah.
like it because it's so empty.
It's normally also a really long level, so... Well, I guess no, it's not even the longest one. But yeah, it's very annoying, I can imagine.
Yeah.
So, anything you had particularly much trouble with? Because you took, I would say, more deaths than usually.
Yeah, I mean, not every death was intentional. Like, I would say 99% of my deaths were not intentional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw you getting a bit cocky, I want to say, in the also being an auto scroller. What was it? Tree Zone 1, where you tried to grab a star very late to have it for the longest time, and then just got squished.
I just got squished there because I pressed A and fluttered for a little bit.
Ah. Yeah, that was an interesting death.
It was very close too. I mean, at least it happened right in the beginning of the level.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Slash is fighting the faces in the castle.
Nice.
And now we can also hear, well, we could hear before, the very fitting music in the castle. So I don't suppose Slash will have that much trouble with Wario here. He has, oh, well, he just lost his power-up. Let's see how he handles phase 2. What? I have to talk about Slash. With Slash about his Wario 1 strats and standing in the middle of the room there.
He never listens to you.
Seems like it. Oh. Barely jumps in time to get the third hit on Wario. But I don't expect him to have much trouble with the third phase, so... Preemptive GG to Slash here. And there he goes.
And the LD is already done, yeah.
Yeah, SRL is always ahead. So GG to Slash as well. He finished with an official SRL time of 44:11. So pretty much a little bit more than 4 minutes behind. Hey Slash, GG on your game.
Hello.
GG Slash.
You made it through.
So I did look.
Yeah.
I did look it up just to be sure. It is only 7% that non-auto scrolling becomes auto scrolling.
Well, that was a very lucky seed then.
This is way too
Right.
much.
I mean, we had fun.
I wouldn't say it was too much, but
They were concentrated towards the end, so it seemed like a lot. Like starting with Pumpkin Zone, suddenly every second level was an auto scroller.
Yeah, I took some unfortunate wrong exits too.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure I took a wrong exit on a secret auto scroller. Oh, the hippo auto scroller. Yeah. Oh.
Well, the one thing that opened the gap between the both of you was the choice in the second Pumpkin Zone. Well, in the third Pumpkin Zone level, where Beast chose right and you chose wrong slash.
Oh, that was the hippo. It was auto scrolling too.
Yeah, exactly.
So we were pretty close up to there though.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Not exactly in sync, but very close. Very close.
All right. Cool.
You both
yeah,
took
I knew that
the
last
wrong
game.
exit in the submarine first. But
Yeah, the gauntlet wasn't too bad.
no. Too bad that it was the wrong exit.
Yes.
yes.
Oh yeah. Give everyone a follow, people here. Everyone you see on screen. And we will have another match of this, the last match of this first round between Lordy Bunnykins and Late Learner. In about, when is it? I should have the schedule here somewhere.
It's at 3 p.m., so in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It'll be on Randomania 2.
Uh-huh.
Pokemon Crystal Cinco Bingo will be on in about 30 minutes on this channel.
All right. Thank you for that update. So yeah, I guess we are seeing you either there or there soon. I hope. And I hope you had fun. I guess that's it for us for now. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good one.